Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our today lecture. Our today lecture is based on the market structure, and today we are discussing one of the market structure, namely monopoly. So let's talk about first the definition of monopoly. What is monopoly? Monopoly basically a situation where a large number of buyers but only one sellers. So a market situation where there exists only one seller of the product and there are large number of buyers in the market. So this situation of market is called monopoly. So what are the feature or characteristics of the monopoly? The first feature or the characteristics of the monopoly is that the firm is price setter. As we studied in the perfect competition, that in perfect competition the firms are price taker, but in case of monopoly, as there is only one firm in the market, so the firm is price setter. The second feature of the monopoly is that there exists a large number of buyers. So what does mean by large number of buyers? It means that no individual can change or affect the price. For example, if I do not want to travel in the train, so my decision will not affect the price. Okay, so there are large number of buyers in the market. If someone is not willing to buy that product, that only one individual decision will not affect the overall price of the market. And the third feature of the monopoly is that price discrimination. In monopoly, the firm is charging a different price from different consumer. We can take or we can quote the example of a doctor who is a dentist. Dentist, he charge different fees according to different areas. He charge higher fees from the urban areas and he charge low fees from the rural areas. So there is a price discrimination. Similarly, when you are traveling in an aeroplane or in train, there are some business class or economy class. So the tickets of the business class and economy class are different. So there is a price discrimination. And what is the fourth feature of the monopoly? The fourth feature of the monopoly is that there is no free entry. As in case of perfect competition, we have stated that there is free entry and free exit, but in case of monopoly there is no free entry. There are large number of restrictions from the government. You cannot enter in the market freely. This is the one of the reason for free entry, that there are government restriction. But the other reason behind the no free entry is that this business require, every monopoly business require a very huge amount of investment. So no single man can take part into the business, and no individual have that amount of money. So in case of monopoly, there are very restriction in the market for entering. And what is the fifth feature of the monopoly? The fifth feature of the monopoly is that imperfect knowledge. Imperfect knowledge regarding prices. As we studied earlier in the point number 3, there is price discrimination. So due to price discrimination, the consumer have imperfect knowledge about prices. And the sixth feature of the monopoly is that in case of monopoly, price is equals to average revenue, but average revenue is not equals to marginal revenue. As there is price discrimination, so when there is price discrimination in the market, in case of monopoly, then the average revenue and marginal revenue are not equal. As in perfect competition, prices and average revenue and marginal revenue are same, but in case of monopoly, prices and average revenue are same, but average revenue and marginal revenue are not same. So now we will study that equilibrium under monopoly. There are two conditions for equilibrium under monopoly. The first one is that marginal cost equals to marginal revenue, and the second condition for equilibrium is that marginal cost cuts MR from below. So let's first make a table for drawing the graph. So in this way you can better understand that how the average revenue and marginal revenue curve are drawn in case of monopoly. So the first column is showing the prices. As we discussed earlier that there is a price discrimination in the in case of monopoly. So the question arises here in mind that if there is only a single producer in the market, then why he is decreasing the price? The question is to answer is that that particular firm is decreasing its price because he want that the more number of people will get its product. As you can take the example of electric company. If the electric company decreases its units prices, then we will start using more and more number of units. We will install AC in our houses and we will consuming more number of units. So in this way, when a firm decreases its the product of its prices, then the other consumer or people starting to use it more and more. So that's why it is decreasing its prices. The second column is showing the number of quantities. The third column is showing the total revenue. Total revenue is equals to price times quantity. When we multiply this price with this quantity, we will get total revenue. 18 into 2 36, 16 into 3 48, 14 into 4 56, and so on. So what is marginal revenue? Marginal revenue is change in total revenue divided by change in quantity. So the first value is as it is, and the second value is the second value of marginal revenue is 16. So how this 16 is comes when we first we have to calculate the change in total revenue. So what is the change in total revenue? The change in total revenue is 36 minus 20. 36 minus 20 equals to 16. So the change in total revenue is 16. And what is change in quantity? The change in quantity is 2 minus 1 is 1. So here we put the value of change in quantity 1. When we divide 16 with 1, we get the answer 16. So for third quantity, marginal revenue is 12. So how this 12 is come out? First we have to calculate change in total revenue. So we will minus this value from this value. 48 minus 36 so equals to 12. And what is change in quantity? 3 minus 2 equals to 1. So 12 divided by 1 equals to 12. So for this point, what is total change in total revenue? 56 minus 48, which is equals to 8. So we put 8 here. And what is change in quantity? 5 minus 4 equals to 1. So it is 8. So similarly, we have calculated the remaining values for marginal revenue. And what is average revenue? Average revenue is equals to total revenue divided by quantity. So when we divide this total revenue with this quantity, we will get average revenue. 20 divided by 1 equals to 20. And 36 divided by 2 equals to 18. 48 divided by 3 equals to 16. 56 divided by 4 equals to 14, and so on. So after calculating the value for average revenue, marginal revenue, and total revenue, then we will draw the graph for average revenue and marginal revenue. So on y-axis we have taken the revenue which is shown by R, and on x-axis we have taken the quantity. So here the number of quantities, they are starting from 1 and ends at 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And on y-axis I have put all the values which include both MR and AR. So they start from 2 and ends at 20. So when we are selling one quantity, our average revenue is 20. So this one, so we make a point here, the red one. When we are selling two quantity, our average revenue is 18. So against this 2 we make a point at 18. And when we are selling 3 quantities, our average revenue is 16. So against this 3 we put a point here 16, and so on. So when we joined all these points, we have the curve for average revenue. Similarly, in case of marginal revenue, when we are selling one quantity, our marginal revenue is 20. So this one against this 20. And when we are selling two goods, our total revenue, our marginal revenue is 16. So against this two, we draw a point at here equals to 16. And when we are selling three quantities, our marginal revenue is 12. So against this three, we draw a point equals to 12, and so on. And when we join these all points, we will have the curve for marginal revenue. So now we have the curve for average revenue and marginal revenue. So now we can find the equilibrium point. As we discussed earlier, that equilibrium exists where marginal cost cuts equals to marginal revenue, and marginal cost gets MR from below or from rising point. So on y-axis we have taken the revenue as we did earlier, and on x-axis we have taken the quantity Q. So this is the average revenue curve and this is the marginal revenue curve, as we draw these graph in the previous diagram. So now we will draw it directly, and it is the marginal cost line. So at this point MR equals to MC, so it is the equilibrium point, MR equals to MC. And when we draw this point with the AR curve, as AR is the price line, as you can see that price and average revenue, all values are same. So the price equals to average revenue, and it is also called the demand curve. So when we take this point to the price line, we will have the value for price. So this is the equilibrium under monopoly. So now we will discuss that how the firm is earning profit under monopoly. Profit under monopoly. In monopoly, as the firm is charging price above than its cost, so the firm is earning abnormal profit. As the monopoly firm is the only firm in the market which is operating, so all the profit is going to him. So in monopoly, the firm average revenue is always greater than its average cost, price is always greater than cost. So that's why firm is earning abnormal profit. Abnormal profit exists where average revenue is greater than average cost. So this is the average revenue curve, which is also called the demand line, and this is the marginal revenue curve. First we draw the equilibrium. The equilibrium exists where MC equals to MR, so we draw the MC curve. At this point MC equals to MR, so we draw the quantity, and when we join this equilibrium to the price line, then we have the price of our monopoly. And as we know that in case of monopoly, average revenue is greater than average cost, so average cost must be below than this point. So we draw here average cost curve. So this area, which is PCME, is called the profit line. One thing you should know about in monopoly, that in case of monopoly, average revenue slope is less than the slope of MR. MR slope is greater than AR. Okay, so this is the end for case of monopoly. As in case of monopoly, there is very unique case that in monopoly will have shut down, but in case of monopoly, every time the firm is earning abnormal profit or supernormal profit. So this is the total lecture all about for monopoly. If you have any question regarding monopoly in your mind, then you can ask me.